Hi, have you heard of the Upper Cervical Specific Knee Chest Training through the Kale TIC Institute?
I don't care.
What did you say?
Yes, I have. The Kale training course is the oldest knee chest training course in the Upper Cervical Specific world.
So tell me more so I can understand why training in the knee chest procedure with the Kale TIC Institute is so powerful and life-changing.
It is really quite simple. Dr. Michael U. Kale started his practice in 1964 and was the only DC to work on staff with Dr. Lyle Sherman, the right-hand man to Dr. B.J. Plummer during the research years of 1935 to 1951. He took what he learned from Dr. Sherman and through his blessings, developed a learning environment to teach other DCs around the world. Dr. Michael U. Kale and the Kale Seminars has trained most every upper cervical specific knee chest doctor in practice today.
Wow.
Yes. For over 37 years he poured his heart into the knee chest understanding, traveling extensively around the world training doctors and serving the people of the world.
This is simply amazing.
Yes, it is. Dr. Michael U. Kale passed away in 2001 and left his legacy to his youngest son, Dr. B.J. Kale, who today carries the torch of the Kale name and its teachings to countries around the world.
Dr. B.J. Kale, you say? Please tell me more about him.
Dr. B.J. was named after Dr. B.J. Plummer, however he was not given Bartlett Joshua. His mom and dad only gave him B.J. to represent strength and honor to a profession. As Dr. B.J. Kale was growing up, he was by his father's side, watching him X-ray, scan and adjust hundreds of thousands of patients.
Wow.
Then as a young man, his father gave him his first volume 18 when Dr. B.J. was only 13 years old, knowing that one day he would be the leader of his organization and providing the pure words and protecting the great principle of knee chest chiropractic. Dr. B.J. has traveled with his father to numerous countries around the world. He has stood side by side with his father utilizing the science, art and philosophy that was taught to him from a young man. Dr. B.J. has never quivered or deviated from what his father taught him. He stands strong today in delivering the message just as his dad did for almost 4 decades.
This is awesome. We still have a place that we can go to and gain the same exact knowledge and information that Dr. Michael U. Kale, the right-hand man to Dr. Lyle Sherman, provided to hundreds of thousands of patients worldwide.
Yes.
Wow. This is so exciting.
Yes, it is. Dr. B.J. protects the principle by a unique approach through the Kale TIC Institute, a year-long training course where he and his team of Kale-certified trained docs take and develop every aspect of your senses to understand how powerful the knee chest procedure is when done exactly as his dad did, as Dr. Sherman did and B.J. Plummer did from 1935 to 1951.
Has Dr. B.J. Kale changed any aspect of his father's legacy of teachings and what he was taught by his father?
No. He has kept the Kale teachings exactly as his dad asked him to. Pure. He and his team teach directly out of Dr. Michael U. Kale's Volume 18. In fact, if you look at old audio or videotapes of his father, and you the opportunity to witness Dr. B.J. Kale in live action today, you would be amazed at how exact Dr. B.J. has kept his father's teachings. It really is awesome.
Again, wow.
Yes. Absolutely amazing. That a man like Dr. B.J. Kale would slip and check himself and his team of instructors in every detail to keep it as close to the same as his father delivered it. Very honorable.
So where can I find out more about the true, authentic Kale teachings?
Very easy. Just go to kale.com and you will be amazed at all that the Kale organization actually is, all owned by Dr. B.J. Kale. They have not only the Kale TIC Institute, the formal Kale teaching of knee chest, but also a manufacturing company that produces every item that is needed for the quality knee chest practice, including neurocalligraph and neurocalorimeters, chirometers, knee chest tables that are all exacting standards from the 1935 to 1951 research years of the B.J. Palmer Research Clinic. He also is the president of the Kale Foundation, which provides health care on a worldwide basis, and owns the world-famous Kale Specific Chiropractic Center in South Carolina.
Wow. I am so thankful that Dr. B.J. Kale has stood the test of time and maintained the exact course that was laid out by his father, Dr. Michael U. Kale. To be able to keep the torch lit so I, along with others, can follow the steps of his father and the in-depth legacy of Upper Cervical Specific Chiropractic as created by Dr. B.J. Palmer and continued by Dr. Sherman and Dr. Kale, is simply amazing. Thank you, Dr. B.J. Kale.
Yes, thank you, Dr. B.J. Kale. Your father was always proud of you and would continue to be quite proud of you today. Your living mother continues to be very proud of you for carrying on what she and Dr. Kale created through 43 years of marriage. What a true testament of a fine family man Dr. B.J. Kale is and devoted son he is to a principle that has kept he and his family well and free of nerve interference.
Okay, I must take a break for now. I am on TIC overload. This is so exciting that is right at our fingertips and so many people can get well from the Kale lineage through Dr. B.J. Kale.